All right, welcome back. Let me center the camera a little bit. Here are the four answers to the four problems for the first round of Pick'em. Hopefully this is the answer that you got. If you did not get one of these four answers, maybe go back, take a peek, and make sure you got make sure you understand those steps. Okay, the problems are going to get a little harder from there. The next thing that we looked at were problems that looked like this. So we can see the first one says y equals x plus 5, right? We have the skills to graph this. So this is a y equals mx plus b problem. This one here is also an equation. It's a linear equation. It's got an x and a y. It doesn't have any exponents, but it's in what's called standard form, right? So we have x and y on the same side of the equal sign, and it's going to take some work for us to be able to graph that. So graphing doesn't really make sense. We could solve this one for y, right? Minus 6x on both sides, divide everything by 5. We could do that, but there's a much easier way. And it's just doing the steps that you did on the last one. Do this one along with me in your boat book if you would like. I'm going to ask you to do a couple on your own in just a minute. So if you want to just kind of sit back and watch, that's fine too. Okay, so once again here, we know that y is equal to all this stuff. So instead of y, we can plug in all the stuff that y is equal to instead, okay? And if I do that, all of a sudden I get rid of the y in my equation, and it's something that I can just solve for x, okay? So let's rewrite what we've got. We have 6x plus 5y, right? But instead of y, right, I want to get rid of this variable, so I'm going to write in all the stuff that's equal to y from my other equation. I've got x plus 5 that I'm going to write in. I'm going to have equals 14. Okay, and the reason this helps again is I got rid of the y value and now I just have x's. So this is an equation I can solve using the distributive property. Combining like terms. And then just solving this like a two-step equation. Let's see, 14 minus 25 should be negative 11. And then divide by 11. And we get x is equal to negative 1. Okay, so it feels like we might be done, but once again, we're looking for the place where these lines cross. So I actually have to plug this value back into one of the equations, okay? I've got two equations to choose from. In my mind, the one on top is clearly easier. So I would definitely pick that one, right? Y equals x plus 5, right? And I already figured out the x that I care about, so I'm just gonna plug that in. Y equals negative 1 plus 5, and we should get 4. Okay, so the values together, remember we're looking for a point on a graph. And at that point, negative 1 comma 4, we should have these two lines crossing. Okay, if we look at the graph, same thing as we did before. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, x plus 5, that's going to be the red line. 6x plus 5y equals 14. If I moved those pieces around, right, to solve it for a y equals equation, I could graph that one too, and that would give me this blue line. And sure enough, right here at negative 1 comma 4 is where those two lines are going to meet. Okay, so same thing as before. We're gonna do a little round of pick'em, but I decided to spice it up. So instead of just a normal, boring old pick'em, we're gonna do something called keep picking. Okay, so it's like pick'em, but we're doing it again. Okay, so I'm getting real creative here today, you guys. So keep picking. The four problems are going to be posted on the slides, so you can just click to the next slide. Here they are. If you just want to pause the video. Yeah, give those a try. The next video, again, we'll start with the answers. So make sure you remember how to do substitution problems that are a little bit trickier. All right.